Good morning on this gorgeous Saturday morning with clear blue sky. Fall is right around the corner, and I am spending my Saturday morning in Pithole. Pithole is a ghost town located in northern Venango County. Straight ahead is the visitor center. I'm going to assume it's closed today, but we'll take a closer look here a little bit later. It's hard to believe 15,000 people called this valley home. When you hear the word ghost town, you think of the ghost towns of the Wild West. I always think of part 1 of the Brady Bunch, the Grand Canyon episode where they spend the night in the ghost town. That's what I think of. Old abandoned buildings, lots of dust. But in Pithole, there's nothing. Not a trace. Pithole City booms, quote, "In May 1865, Duncan and Prather bought Holmden Farm for $100,000 and surveyed lots to form Pithole City. Lots were leased at $100 per year, 3 to 5 years, but the buildings on lots reverted to Duncan and Prather at the end of the leases. Population grew to 15,000 by the end of 1865. In Pennsylvania, only Philadelphia and Pittsburgh handled more mail than the Pithole post office. Clean water was scarce, whiskey was cheaper, and probably safer to drink," quote. So Pithole's short existence was due to the oil boom industry. You can see my bike's on the back of my car. I'm actually going to be riding on the Oil Creek Trail later on. I'm going to catch the train, ride to Drakewell Museum and Park, and ride the 9.7 mile trail down to Petroleum Center. Take a look at the visitor center. Historic Pithole City. In memory of E.J. Stevenson. I'm gonna try to take a look inside. Looks like an old cash register. I'm trying my best. Pithole Lantern Tours. That sounds like fun. After Dark Living History Tours of Pennsylvania's legendary oil boom town. October 14th, 2023, 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. Pre-sale tickets only. Looks like a copy of their daily record. And just keep in mind, metal detecting is not permitted on state property. Let's try to look inside again. Wow, hot baths, 25 cents. Soap and towel extra. They're really nickel and diming the people, no pun intended. I'm not going to walk all the way down into the valley. But as you can see, the street system is like a grid. So they have these trails where the streets used to be, so somebody mows them. There's an old piece of equipment. And Pithole vanished as fast as it was built. So in January of 1865, oil was found in this area. And it's hard to believe the city had 57 hotels. Wow. They had their own newspaper. And it was the third busiest post office in Pennsylvania. Wow. Hard to believe. But by late 1866, the oil dried up. By December, the population was less than 2,000 people. And in 1877, Pithole had its charter annulled. This map at the visitor center, and they have on the map a location where all the businesses were. So you kind of have to use your imagination to imagine where the hotels were, the hastily built structures were, post office, etc. Turning out to be a gorgeous day. And I'm walking the streets of historic Pithole. And it is very quiet here. There's no major highways, so you don't hear the hum of traffic from a distance. And when you visit Pithole, be careful on Pithole Road, because I saw 6 deer so far. And you have to use your imagination. You have to imagine this no trees, just a bare valley, because the trees were chopped down to build structures. By 1885, only the Methodist and the Catholic Church remained. So by the turn of the century, there's probably nothing left. Fire ravaged all the buildings. So according to the map, this would have been 4th Street. It's a very steep street, especially for the horses to get up. And this must have been the location of the Thomas Holmden homestead. And then from 1957 to 1962, James Stevenson purchased Pithole. And this is when it became a historical landmark. Duncan Street. And 4th Street. I'm at the corner of Duncan and 4th. Here's the historical marker. You can go ahead and pause the video to read it. And this was the spot of the Presbyterian Church. Today, nothing remains. We're going to walk next door to the Methodist Church. Oh no, Presbyterian church, sorry. I'm probably looking at my map wrong. Okay, this is the Presbyterian church, so I apologize about the discrepancy. And this is the cellar. That's all that remains. These were steps to the Duncan Church. That's what the sign on the back says. Church Duncan Outdoor Steps. New sign 17. Okay, here we go. This here was the location of the Methodist Church. All that remains is the cellar. And usually these trees straight ahead were planted around churches. Probably for shade. There's a picnic shelter. Pithole Inn. Grills and picnic tables. I don't see any bathroom facilities. Yeah, and this was the Methodist church. Typical old wooden church. And there's another street sign, 3rd Street. Here's a look at Pithole Road. So Pithole was a ghost town by 1868. My late grandma would always tell me nothing lasts forever. And that's definitely the case with Pithole. And I did read the brochure. The visitor center is open June through August from 10 to 4. So I guess they're closed for the season. When you go through the brochure, you will see the word house. House was synonymous for hotel, quote. See Duncan House, Danforth House, American House, Astor House, for example. So next time when you visit the oil region, make a pit stop in Pithole City, no pun intended. Don't forget to check out my next video, which will be the ride on the Oil Creek Titusville Railroad and my trip back on the bike trail. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Feel free to share this video, and thank you for watching.